Hi Sag, welcome back to your channel. We're going to be doing a money reading, which was requested, and I feel like it'll be good to do this, before December is over with so that you are prepared for 2026. Of course, we'll do a 2026 financial reading down the line. All right, so I hope that you're doing well, and we're going to jump right in. So this is Sagittarius's money reading. Okay, what's going on with your money right now? All right, so first card you have here is the Fox. I feel like with the Fox, you're in stealth mode. So when it comes to how you're making your money, your career, your business, your hustle, if you have any side jobs, if you have a second job, or even your financial goals, you could be keeping that under wraps. You could be very private about that. You're not sharing it with everyone. You've learned some type of lesson when it comes to your money that not everybody's going to be happy for you, not everybody's rooting for you. So I feel like you're aware of your surroundings, maybe within your friendships, your family, at work, most importantly, and you've learned to keep your wins to yourself, or you learned to keep your system, your process, your routine to yourself, not sharing that with everyone. Even if someone asks, maybe lying, or just not sharing so much information. You definitely have self-interest when it comes to your money. So you could be moving from a collective energy of like doing what's best for the group to a more individualistic energy of doing what's best for Sag, okay? Now, you also have dealt with some very deceitful energies when it comes to your finances with the Fox. Your first card here is the Seven of Swords. So you definitely dealt with very deceitful energies, colleagues, or coworkers or bosses who try to undermine you, people who bring to you very shady deals or dodgy deals, people who want you to invest but they're not forthcoming about what it's about or what the process is. Maybe you've been given the short end of the stick when it comes to work, and that's something that you are aware of and you're wanting to move away from that. So just being very private. Okay. I also see that you're going to successfully avoid some type of trap. So something that would have been a revolving circle or cycle for you, something that would have been very unfulfilling for you, you have moved away from. Whether that was a connection that you dealt with financially, a business partnership, or if it was in work, you will successfully dodge that shady deal or the short end of the stick. Okay. This talks about how sharp you are. So that Seven of Swords as well talks about being very sharp, thinking on your feet, being strategic to get the career success or the money success that you want. So I just see you being very strategic here, and you're coming off a little dodgy, but I also feel like you may not trust people when it comes to money. People can do some very undermining things when it comes to financial reasons, okay? And yeah, you're also realizing that maybe in a certain situation something is off. So again, I see you taking the steps necessary to get away from that. And you may have to do that in stealth mode or behind the scenes. All right. So you definitely are very, very sly, but very crafty in turning a situation around. We have child here, so you can expect to have some type of new beginning when it comes to your finances, a fresh start. There's brand new energies coming towards you. You have an energy of innocence, so just wanting to see what opportunities are out there for you, not being afraid to go after them. You could be making money through creative means with the child card. There are some spontaneous money blessings or opportunities coming towards you that you could not imagine coming. I see you being a little bit more carefree when it comes to your money because it looks like money is going up for you. So you may have this relaxed energy towards your finances, not stressing about it too much, and being more carefree even when it comes to spending. So you can watch that, but it also is a good omen showing that you are reaching financial grounding or stability. Okay, so yeah, and also a new perspective about your finances, which is really good. We have sunrise here. So with the sunrise card, this talks about having a happy beginning in your finances, having a new day. You experienced the darkest before dawn. Now you're experiencing the light at the end of the tunnel. You're gaining hope about your financial future. You're getting clarity. You're overcoming any obstacles that were thrown towards you. Your problems are coming to an end, which is really nice. You have a bright future ahead with your finances. You could be having some type of financial awakening, which is really good. And again, this is about a fresh start coming towards you. And last but not least, we have the head of the pack. So this talks about you having success with your money, with your career, with your business, you standing tall against competition. So anyone who's competing for your spot, for your status, for your role, being able to, overcome that. Having a lot of drive or motivation, getting things done, which is really nice. Being a leader, being persistent, having a will to win. So being super motivated. Also being an alpha. Okay, so showing people how it's supposed to be done. Especially with that Seven of Swords, sometimes that can feel like people are talking behind your back about your financial situation. And with that head of the pack, you're showing those people who doubted you how things are supposed to be done, what you should be doing instead of speaking about me, right? And you're finishing first and you're dominating some type of industry, role, or even maybe finances. All right. All right, we have some more cards that want to come out in the beginning for you. So we have gossip here. And with that Seven of Swords, again, there could have been a lot of gossip about your money and where you're at and what you need to do and your downfall and blah, 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 blah. Okay, so you could expect that in the most recent past, people could have been spreading rumors behind your back. People were having petty conversations about your money. People could have been smearing your career image or your financial image and trying to make a fool out of the situation that you're going through, okay? We have Spirit here. When this card comes out, it just shows that you're protected. So your finances are protected. No one can take this from you. You're not going to lose. You have a lot of wins. You have a lot of success coming your way. So you have a protected aura. Divine intervention could be happening to improve your finances. Your finances are guarded and they're shielded. We have present. So this is happening right now for you. You're having all these positive changes right now. All right. So this says that you should be feeling the moment, becoming aware today and in the now. And last but not least, we have frozen here. So I do feel like you did experience stagnancy within your finances this year. You could have felt like nothing was moving, no matter how much effort you were putting towards something, it just wasn't moving. Maybe you worked yourself to exhaustion or even burnout, and you're coming out of that. All right. So yeah, you're done with not taking action. You're now feeling more motivated to get things done. You're persistent. You have discipline. You're becoming more responsible. All right. So from this spread that I see here, I feel like you're going to be doing some really big things in 2026. But also in December, it's solidifying it for you. Okay. So the only negative card we have here is the first card, which is the Seven of Swords. All right. So there's people here who did not want to see you succeed. I also feel like if someone is ignoring you right now or they're avoiding you, it could be because of financial reasons. So say you're dating someone and they just fell off the face of the earth or they just started ghosting you. It could be because they don't have money and they may feel weird about coming towards you with no money, especially it being your birthday season or it being the holiday season. Someone here could be avoiding you because either they owe you money or they feel like they need money to interact with you. Okay, so there's something here. So if someone's been avoiding you, that's the reason. And yeah, let's see what's going on. So this year was not a good time for you to solidify anything, with your finances, maybe like trying to buy a home, buy a new car. Like it feels like anything that you could have invested in, it didn't have a great return. Okay, so even if for those of you who are trying to start certifications or a business and you need to invest in like some type of course, you may found that you invested in that the beginning of this year, but it didn't have any fruition to it. Okay, but that's going to be revealed to you. So someone that you did business with or someone that you bought a course from or someone that you I don't know, came to you with some type of dodgy deal, something is being revealed about that because right after the Seven of Swords, we have the Sun. So that's coming to light. Now, if someone scammed you with the Seven of Swords, if someone took from you in some type of way, they did bad business, they are being exposed, I think, in December. All right, so you will see things about that. If you've been feeling like you're not getting justice for that situation, this person is going to be exposed. If someone's been stealing money in your community or at your workplace, that's being exposed. If someone took opportunities from you to move forward. That person is being exposed this month of December, the sun. So I see you being happy about that. You're happy you're getting justice. Maybe not at the time that you needed it, but it is coming back tenfold. Let's clarify the Seven of Swords. If something seems too good to be true, do not go after that. At least not right now. Let this month pass and then check up on it next year. Let's see. What's the Seven of Swords? Okay, so there's something with the Ace of Wands and the Seven of Cups here. There's something that you had a lot of illusions about. Like you could have been borderline delusional about this, but I don't see this being like you're just not intelligent to pick up on it. It was purposely put in front of you to deceive you. So either you thought you were going to get a certain role, or you thought you were going to start a really great job, or you were starting a new side hustle, maybe your own business. There's something that you invested in here, but you weren't really clear about it with the Seven of Cups, okay? And it seems like you were very excited about whatever this is with the Ace of Wands, but it was very fleeting. It was short-lived. Just as much as you built excitement is how much it came like snatched up. You know, something was snatched from you. So, but there was a lot of illusions behind that. So if you were sad about that, it's almost like the universe is like, you're welcome. Like if you would have went through with that, you would have seen how bogus it is. You would have wasted even more time, even more resources, even more money trying to keep that in your life. So I think that's about to be revealed to you. This doesn't feel like this happened recently. This feels like something that happened earlier this year that's going to be revealed to you, how foolish it would have been if that would have worked out. Or thank God it was snatched from you. Thank God that someone was acting shady and dodgy, that you didn't invest fully, because it would have been a fluke, okay? Let's see. What was the illusion around this with the Seven of Cups? Whatever this was, it put you on a big high. Ace of Wands and the Seven of Cups. It really made you feel excited. You were super motivated. You were just waiting. But something got snatched or something was fleeting. What's the Seven of Cups? What's the illusion around whatever this is? All right, we have the Six of Pentacles, generosity. So something would have required you to put in so much investment and your return would have been like this. Seven of Swords is like a get rich quick scheme, you know? So like maybe you got into a class that was like, I don't know, if you start this side hustle today, you could be making six figures by the end of 2025. And it feels like it was more of an investment than you would have made back. So thank God that did not work out. Thank God someone was being underhanded and wasn't really offering you this opportunity, probably just alluding to it, because it's a shady deal. And I feel like, what's the outcome here? Okay, the outcome is the Knight of Wands. So I just feel like you're dealing, whoever was bringing this situation towards you, or whoever presented the idea of this position, this job, this offer, this side hustle, Knight of Wands, very flighty, inconsistent, can't keep their story straight, all over the place, bouncing here, there, and everywhere. This person would have led you into some mess, or this situation would have led you into some mess. You wouldn't have stuck with it anyway. So maybe that's being revealed now with the sun. Maybe someone's being called out on social media, or maybe like there's a meeting where they're revealing this person's underhandedness. I don't know what this is. Tell me about the sun. But this is a beautiful beginning for you. It's verifying something for you. It's giving you like, you know, confidence. What's the sun? Now, the sun just talks about like a period of a lot of success. So as someone's getting exposed that maybe has something to do with your finances or took money from you, that also is confirmation that you're about to have this big period of success. You could feel very optimistic about your money. You know that you're going places. You feel vibrant. The sun also brings an energy of like carefree energy. So having a lot of more money where you don't have to be so strict or stressed about your finances. You feel carefree. You can go make a purchase without watching your bank account. So that's the beautiful thing of the sun. But what's being exposed here? It's like you invested in something and then someone wasn't consistent with it. Like you could have got so far, you did the training, whatever, and then you're like, okay, what's next? And it's like crickets, like nothing, because this person is not responsible. I think that person's getting exposed here. Okay, some of you guys could be getting a refund from that with the star being here, because star talks about rejuvenation. Now, if you're not getting a refund from something that tried to take from you, or if you're not getting like, retribution for someone's actions, your rejuvenation comes within your finances. So whatever was taken will be replaced times 10. You also have the Empress here. So what's being revealed during this season is your abundance. You have abundant energy. Be careful of who's coming towards you during this time too, because that Seven of Swords, I'm going to get off the Seven of Swords, but I'm trying to cover it in all spaces. But that Seven of Swords also can talk about people returning towards you, wanting to heal things with you, maybe for your money, since this is a money reading. So with that Empress, you have to be especially careful because you are abundance and your surroundings are abundant. So anyone who comes into your circle, that rubs off on them. Not everybody is worthy. Okay. So you're definitely moving into a very abundant time. You have the energy of giving and nurturing. So you want to give, give, give. But the best advice I heard about that is do not overextend yourself to someone who didn't ask. If someone does not ask, you say you just got a windfall, you just made 10K, just came into your bank account, and you're like, wow, I have these friends and maybe they can use $200 or $1,000, whatever. The best advice I heard is like, don't give to people who don't ask. Doesn't mean that you can't be generous when you feel like being generous, but just don't be that person that always gives, because then you'll end up with zero, right? All right, so be careful because you are in a very abundant season. People could be coming out the woodworks because they can smell it on you. You also have this card here, which is not a specific, it's not a specific card to a major arcana. This is more like a wild card, but it is the card of being proud. Okay, so, there we go. So I do feel like you're going to be very proud of some type of achievement or success that's coming your way. Or you'll just be very proud financially what you've been able to do. You have a tower moment coming. You have a tower moment coming with your finances. The foundation that you think your finances are on are going to change completely. Like the universe is knocking down that down, knocking down any illusions that you have about what you can create or make for yourself, and bringing in something new, something very stable, a new foundation for you. This could also be a change in your perspective and your mindset, knowing how abundant you are, okay? So something is shifting completely for you. Your finances are transforming here. Now, I do see a golden opportunity being presented to you during this season. This could be a new job. This could be a better position. Could be like up in your status. Okay. For those of you who are business owners or those of you who work for a company, your status could be changing. This is some type of opportunity that's coming towards you. Could also even be a small windfall of money that's coming towards you. Okay. Also, reward and recognition for your efforts. So all the hard work and investments that you put into the past are now being returned to you with this Ace of Pentacles. What's happening with that Ace of Pentacles? What can my Sagittariuses expect? Okay, so you're getting something that everybody wants. That's what I'm seeing here. You're getting something that everyone wants. We have the Five of Wands, which is competition, or it could be a little bit of drama or pettiness. So when this is given to you, there will be people looking and feeling like, oh, I want that too, or feeling maybe a little envious. We also have the Five of Cups. So you're getting, again, there's rejuvenation for what was lost, what was taken from you. If you felt like you had a fall from grace, if you feel like your finances really took a dip this year, if you feel like in your workplace you were overlooked for certain roles to advance your career, you're getting that back plus more. But I do see people being like, I wish I could have that. So there are people a little envious, but not taking it into a toxic place, just kind of watching and wishing. You're reaching some type of turning point here. So you set certain intentions for your finances and it's coming true. With that hangman, I feel like you're coming out of hangman. You're reaching like coming out of stagnancy, coming out of lack of progress and making forward movement. What's the Five of Cups? All right, Five of Cups is the Knight of Pentacles, okay? So something took a while to get back. Maybe if you was getting back on top or becoming a breadwinner again or just being very financially stable, being in a place where you can provide. I see you getting that back, but it took a long time, but it was a guarantee. And you're also gearing yourself up for more. So it's coming towards you in a time where you're having forward movement, where you're actually putting in action, you're becoming more responsible. So you're getting this, and you also are blessed by a new routine or discipline with the Emperor. Some of you guys are moving into a management role with the Emperor being here. If the Emperor is not you, Sagittarius, this could be a masculine, an older masculine coming in and offering you guidance or even resources to up your finances. Could be a father figure that's going to be playing a very significant role in helping your finances improve or even helping your savings, because with this spread, I feel like this is a very positive time for you to start saving. Like you can save anytime, but this is a time where you're going to be saving and you're going to see your savings increase, okay, instead of it just staying stagnant. Tell me about the Emperor for Sag. Okay, King of Pentacles. Definitely, slowly but surely with that Knight of Pentacles becoming the King of Pentacles. Slowly but surely easing your way into grand financial freedom, easing your way into that big role or upping your status in a very significant way, becoming more responsible. I feel like your whole thing for the beginning of 2026 is making sure that you are in order, making sure that your finances are structured, knowing where you're spending your money, knowing where your money is going, okay? Paying attention to your bank account, budgeting, saving, staying on top of your bills, staying on top of your financial responsibilities. This is gearing you up to prepare you for even more financial success, okay? It's preparing you to become the Emperor and the King of Pentacles. That's a guarantee with the Knight of Pentacles. It is a slow burn process, but you're meant to have this in your life. Yeah, Emperor is coming out again. So stepping into a period of leadership. I feel like we've already talked about this in one of your most recent readings, how you're stepping into an energy of leadership. You're not going to be looking for anyone to come save you. You could be, holding down the fort in your life and other people's lives. You're becoming the breadwinner. You could be the most paid of your family, and it comes with a lot of responsibility. So what you'll find is that you have a financial blessing coming towards you very soon. You'll also find that people who have done you wrong or false offers from the past will reveal themselves, okay? So maybe someone who has caused you issues will be exposed, or old ways of doing things that no longer serve you could be exposed. I also feel like you're coming into this the spotlight. So for a long time you have tried to stay behind the scenes, or you've tried to stay very private about what you're doing towards your money. but I don't feel like you're going to be able to hide anymore. You are stepping into the spotlight or visibility with the sun. There's a lot of recognition and success coming your way. You are stepping into becoming the breadwinner of your generation. This is going to require a lot of discipline. I feel like that's your next lesson is like, okay, your finances are getting better and they're looking really good, but this is not your end point. This is not the end goal. You have much more to achieve, and it requires a lot of financial strategy. Making sure that your money is going to multiply when we're blessing you with it, not that it's going to stay stagnant or that you'll end up self-sabotaging it. So your next energy is just stepping into a super disciplined and responsible being. Anything else? All right. And also staying away from temptations, staying away from overspending, overindulgence, bad company that influences you to do bad things with your finances, or leads you off the cliff. You don't want any of that. So really structuring your environment, your community, your schedule, your system, structuring yourself is going to be your biggest thing. And then you also have the energy of Empress, which is just being very spoiled by the universe. Your finances being protected in this season. Being very abundant. Anything that you touch turns to gold. So having a lot of yes energies, but also disciplining yourself, even though you're having a lot of wins and success, not letting it get to your head. Basically, I see that's what the universe is pushing towards you, because you have much more to do. This is very small to what you have in your future. But for the most part, what you should be really happy about is that you're going to have financial freedom. I see you being more carefree or feeling carefree about your finances, not feeling like you're in debt. Now, the sun for the end of the year does uncover hidden debt. So as you are making more money, as you're getting this windfall, this bonus, this new job, this new opportunity, the universe really wants you to put some money away, because the sun sometimes at the very last minute could bring up some hidden debts that weren't really a problem before, but can become a problem now. So making sure that you're not spending it all. All right. You have nothing to worry about financially. Things are looking really good for you. The only worry you should have or concern is being structured and making sure that you stay on a steady routine, that you practice moderation, so you're not overindulging, but you're also not restricting yourself. Just finding that happy balance to maintain your new blessings. All right. And that's what I have for you. All right. Bye, Sag.